Hey, how we doing, guys?
Good morning, everyone.
Joe here.
Kevin.
So we're starting a new show.
Yeah, this is a popular demand one from viewers that we've been considering. As we mentioned on the last episode of Barry, we're kind of done doing hacks in Pen 15. Not because we don't like them, we do, but
YouTube
YouTube
doesn't like him.
YouTube does not like us putting up reactions to that at all. We've had problems with them getting blocked and edited down to where there's almost nothing there. I'm probably at least on hacks going to keep watching on my own because I
Yeah,
really love the show a lot. But I'm really bummed out that we can't keep obviously doing it
yeah.
on the channel.
Turns out the puberty show is problematic on YouTube.
Yeah,
Who'd
yeah,
have thought?
yeah. They really don't want us doing Pin 15.
No.
They've blocked that every time. That's been a fight every time.
Which kind of goes to show there's not very many reaction videos to it. And
That's
now
probably
we now we know
that
why.
might be why.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been interested in this one for a long time for a number of reasons.
Mhm.
One, we love period shows. I mean,
Yeah.
we're really enjoying Mad Men a lot.
So good.
The cast of this, I don't know most of the people on it, but obviously it's a prestige show that's won a lot of awards, and
Yep.
Tony Shalhoub is a
I had no idea
is
he
a
was on
support.
this show.
I looked it up as a
Yeah.
curiosity. He's getting nominated for and winning Emmys all over the place on this show.
Monk. All right.
Yeah, right. The man is a television master. Um, and the lead actress, whose name is escaping me, I'm sorry, guys. We'll
We'll
know
find
it.
out here in a minute. Yeah, yeah.
We as with all the shows we watch, as we get into the show and know the show more, we learn the cast,
Yeah.
and the rest of their work. The one thing I do know about her is she was a regular on House of Cards for the first two seasons.
Hmm.
Um,
I wonder who she played in House of Cards. Well, I can't wait to see her. I don't know anything about
I'm
the
not
show.
sure. I just know someone told me that she was a oh yeah, she was really good on House of Cards. I'm like, she was, because I watched that and I don't remember.
This is the best part about starting a new show is that we have like essentially no
Yeah,
idea.
we like going in blind for sure. I've watched no trailers of this.
Yeah.
I kind of know what it's about because I've heard them talking about it on NPR. It's a stand-up comedy show,
Yeah.
and it's a period piece. I don't know when it's
My
set.
mom watches it. She likes
Oh,
it.
does she? I should ask my mom if she does
Yeah.
too. Before we get started with this new show, guys, do you want to welcome some Patreon subscribers over the last evening since we recorded yesterday?
Yeah.
So, Cameron Mitchell, welcome back. Uncle Traveling Matt,
Also, welcome back. I'm pretty
Braggle
sure.
Rock, Tim, Rachel, and Apollonia. Thanks, guys, and welcome. We really appreciate you being here with us.
Yes, you guys are the best. If you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello, hello.
If you don't mind, hit the like button for us. Leave us a comment down below, and please, please, please hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content we have coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see the full reaction to this and everything else that we're watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page.
Yes.
We are working our way all the way through on West Wing and Mad Men and Schitt's Creek, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend,
Succession,
Succession.
almost done.
We just finished Fleabag not terribly long ago, which we
Yes, sir.
absolutely loved, and it was too short. So at any rate, a lot of good stuff there, and we're gonna keep on cranking it out because we are really enjoying doing this, to be quite honest with
It's
you.
awesome.
All right.
I love Prime. It's such an underrated streaming service.
I mean, they did Fleabag,
They did do
and
Fleabag.
Fleabag was as good of a comedy as I've ever seen.
It really was.
Yeah.
Because fitting into this dress required no solid food for 3 straight weeks. Who does
So she's
that?
doing a stand-up set here.
Yeah.
I do.
Cakes, one for eating. We're very happy.
But this day has been long in planning. Anyone who knows me knows I plan.
Oh, this is cool.
It is cool. I love when they really commit to a period setup.
Yeah.
Like they don't just hide it in interiors. Yeah. I don't exactly know what they're doing there, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Oh my god.
And his name would be Dashel or Stafford or...
Joel.
Stafford.
Joel Maisel.
He took me to galleries and poetry readings and Greek dramas.
That's funny.
Yes, my favorite Greek drama.
Right.
It's very Travis Bickle of him.
Right? It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's your
That
pasty bag.
was Misty
Oh,
Drake.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, she's only 18. Now let's hear it for him. Lenny Bruce. Come on.
Oh, the great Lenny
No
Bruce.
way he's funnier than Misty.
And there was a story. These kids,
Well, this
8
guy's
and
nailing it.
9-year-old,
He is, yeah.
were sniffing airplane glue.
And yes, there is shrimp in the egg rolls. Miriam!
That's funny.
She just blew up her own wedding reception. Yeah. See, if you're going to do a period show, I love when they do exteriors. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, remember Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I loved
Fantastic.
it because Tarantino had the stones to just do a lot of
Shut
period
down LA.
right,
Yeah.
and really make detailed,
Yeah,
perfect period exteriors.
And a lot of stores they doll up like that.
Yeah.
They keep it. They're like, this is fun. We'll
Yeah,
keep this. Yeah.
for sure. So she's very financially comfortable.
Yeah,
then.
they're rich. Yeah.
I would love to live in Manhattan
If I was rich.
if I was rich. Yeah, exactly.
I got a terrible stage time for tonight, 1:45.
Yikes.
I bowed out of my lunch meeting and got downtown as quickly as I could.
Is he a
But
performer?
that guy who runs the gaslight?
guess so.
Baz,
No, so I kind of get the sense that he's a comedian. She's better than him at it, and that's going to be a problem. You know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely really funny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Maisel. King of comedy. All right, all right. You know, Imogene's dying to see her act.
If you were bad at
Hi, Archie.
comedy like that, and your friend's like, "I want to
Good
come
night,
watch
Kenny.
you," would you be like,
Like, nah, yeah.
I
That's
would
not
too.
ready yet.
Yeah, I'd be like, I got to get better. Look at this. This is amazing.
Wow. I'm sure they used some
There's
CG
got to be
touch
some
it up,
CG here
but
for sure,
I can't
right?
really tell.
The production design on this is stellar.
I wonder if this is actually New York. Sometimes they do it like in Ontario or
Right,
something.
right. I like this shot.
It's very good, fellas.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tracking him through, yeah. I mean, if you're going to be a comedian, this is the way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Every good comedian I've ever heard talk, they always talk about struggling in small
You
New York
have to bomb.
clubs, right?
You gotta
Bombing
try
in
it,
New York
yeah.
clubs, right?
No one's just gonna like all of a sudden master it, you know?
Yeah.
I made my brisket.
So I'm guessing your husband doesn't like his time slot tonight.
No, he loves his time slot. He loves any time slot.
I'm kind of curious to see if Joel is any good at this at all.
I don't know.
Kidding.
Right.
The guy likes the
Where's my
spoon jokes, so we'll see.
Right.
I should be kissing the brisket.
So, many of you may have read the book, The Hidden Persuaders. It's about Madison Avenue's marketing men and... Hi, Abe, sweetheart, how are you, kid? How's Gettysburg? Hey, don't you see that doesn't go with the string tie and beard?
Yeah, she's not into it.
Abe, would you leave the beard on?
But you want to push boundaries, right? You want to like,
Well, I mean, that's how it worked for Bruce, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. He used to get arrested.
later on in his
Yeah, he got arrested a lot.
Here.
For indecency, profanity,
That's how you
basically.
act.
Only in the village.
The village
That's
back
it.
then seems awesome.
I would love it,
Than
you
did
know?
last
Incredible,
time.
yeah.
Now it's like it's so expensive that
Yeah.
it's completely
It's the opposite of this
right.
now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
This is probably a different New York than most people were living in at the time. Hey, where do you think, we talk about the village where artists used to go and be broke, and LA had those places too. Where is it now? You know what I mean? Do you have any idea where?
LA still.
Is it still like
I mean,
you
probably.
you just find a low income place in LA, and that's kind of where they
And New York
gather?
City, I would assume. I mean, there's a lot of comedians that still are doing this. I mean,
Right.
I know Willem Dafoe was the same way back in the day when he was living
Right.
in New York.
I'm just kind of curious where's the cheap place you can go now and kind of still be in it as an artist?
Denver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Or like everyone's moving to Spokane.
Maybe Austin. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel like even Austin's like really expensive now.
It is
you know?
now. Yeah, it's like it doesn't take long for everyone to figure it out.
I feel like LA and New York are the motherships, right?
Right. I mean, you used to be able to like be an artist and move to San Francisco, and
Yeah.
be among other artists.
Yeah.
And boy, you can't do that anymore. I could not live with that light like that.
Oh no. She doesn't want him to see her like that. That's funny.
Different times.
Yeah. That explains the light. Okay.
Oh, she uses the light to
Yeah.
wake her up without waking him up. I hope he really appreciates all of the crap she does for him,
Me too.
because she's gone all in on this guy.
I'm making briskets. and
Just to get him on,
latkes. Yeah.
just to get him on stage.
Just because there is a door does not mean you use it. A door does not represent infinite possibilities.
Is everything going?
Bob Newhart. So let's hear it.
Oh, Bob Newhart.
Oh yeah.
Are you hungry? I made curry and
You're thinking of shaving it off.
Joel stole Bob Newhart's set.
See, that's part of the image. Shaw.
Is she just figuring this out?
I don't think she knew.
Joel. Bob Newhart. He's on Ed Sullivan. He's doing your act. He must have come to the club one night and seen you perform, and now he's on television doing it just like
Oh,
you do. Well, it's a little
sweetie.
bit different.
I've got his record.
So you stole Bob
Oh,
Newhart's
man.
act.
You
Fine,
suck.
Everybody does it.
No, they
Everybody
don't.
steals his act?
Yeah.
Dan Cook stole some of Louis C.K.'s jokes, and there was
Oh,
a
what a silly
thing for a while over
Well,
that.
Famously,
I did
Carlos
put my spin
Mencia
on
and
it.
Joe Rogan got into it
Yes.
over that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my inflection is different.
Right. What?
Holes. Holes everywhere.
What?
I can't believe you didn't look at it before you left the
I was
house.
in a hurry to meet. It was probably a moth.
A moth?
Yes.
What moth?
Ted. Ted the moth. Dime-sized hole.
I think it's
Anyhow, it was a crazy day at work, and see, tonight our best friends are here, the Clearys, and...
Wait a minute. The Clearys are here? You're kidding me. Where?
Oh,
That
Oh
is
my God.
exciting. The Clearys are here. Wow.
you should see the
Oh my
bathroom.
God.
Don't go in the bathroom.
Well, now I'm definitely going in the bathroom.
Holes. Holes in my sweater. Anyhow, this is press agent talking to Abe Lincoln.
No!
Hi,
God, everyone
sweetheart,
probably
how's
watched
Gettysburg?
Ed Sullivan. You know how this guy will never make it as a comedian? He can't take bombing one time. And that's what you have to be
Yeah.
able to do. You can't have thin skin and be a
Like
comedian.
we mentioned, Norm Macdonald, when he would bomb, he would go to the front of the club at the end of his show. He would shake everybody's hand. Like, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming after
Right.
he bombed.
What?
What are you doing?
He's leaving her?
I have to go. I'm not happy.
Nobody's happy. It's Yom Kippur.
I don't know how to do this.
But please, I don't understand.
I thought my life was gonna be something different. What the hell ever made you think I wasn't serious?
Well, for starters, you were doing someone else's act.
Yeah.
Told you, everybody does that when they start.
If you
I've been having an affair.
Whoa.
It's been going on for months. I thought it was a phase, but now.
Who? Your secretary.
The one that couldn't figure out the pencil sharpener?
You're leaving me for a girl who can't figure out how to sharpen a pencil. That you have the worst timing ever.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, on stage and off. Yeah.
Go on.
So I wonder if she's gonna have to start doing comedy to like keep the lights on, you know?
I don't know. That's a good point. Well, I mean, they have kids. Surely Joel's not going to be like, I hope you don't starve to death. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised, you know,
That's
especially
true.
back then.
Right?
Joel left. He packed up my suitcase and he left.
The suitcase.
He's gone.
Joel left you?
What was the one thing I told you?
They'll have terrible deli.
The important thing I told you.
That was about deli too.
Not the other important thing.
Mama, for the love of God, please stop crying in that bedroom. This is...
Oh, no. Life isn't fair. It's hard. Then you go out, find him, and make him come back home.
Oh my God. You married a POS.
You gonna break some dishes?
I left my Pyrex here. I'd like it back.
Oh.
Your what?
That's what she's looking at.
Pyrex.
Dishes missing.
Pyrex.
I thought you were just gonna go do Excel.
I did too.
It's a Pyrex. Yeah. So this is it, huh? He was my husband of 4 years, and tonight he left. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I'm not naive. I know that men like stupid girls, right? But I thought Joel wanted to walk of shame. Walk of shame. Ignore this. But imagine coming home to these every night.
Oh, she's going to get arrested.
She is Lenny Bruce.
Right?
Bob Newhart's got a set of these at home. Rickles, maybe.
Oh, it's Lenny Bruce.
Oh, it is Lenny. Yeah, he got himself arrested a lot. You know, he got arrested with Carlin one time, and Carlin was in the audience.
Really?
He got arrested, and Carlin put up a fight about it before Carlin was famous, and Carlin got arrested with him.
No
So
kidding.
they went off to jail together in the back of the car.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Guy was a fraud and a loser.
You don't
he
know.
was a
I
fraud.
know he was doing Bob Newhart's act.
Yeah,
Everybody
exactly.
steals, right?
No.
You didn't.
What are you talking about?
Talking about your act.
I don't have an act.
You will when we're done.
Tonight was an isolated incident. There are medications I can take to make sure that never happens again.
There you go.
Yeah, you should wrote everything down.
One
Yep.
standing ovation, everyone goes home pregnant.
She's going back.
With the Shaw and the stovepipe hat and
Another guy stealing Newhart's set.
You don't have the Shaw.
Did she go to the
She was at the
Communist
Communist Party. Yeah, that's funny.
I'll be by tomorrow at 10. You don't have a very long lease, do you? Because you should move.
You're not my wife.
No.
I thought my wife bailed me out.
Do you love it?
Do I love what?
Comedy. Stand up. Do you love it?
Terrible, terrible job. It should not exist. Like cancer and God.
I hope we get more of him.
Me too.
He loves it.
Man,
That
how
was a
long
great-
was that?
About an hour.
Okay.
Fantastic.
That was so good.
That was amazing.
That was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
How many seasons is this?
I think there's at least 4, I think, now.
Okay.
I don't know if there's more, but I think there's 4.
It ended recently, right?
Did it? I don't
I have
know.
no idea. Let us know, guys. Let us know.
Yeah, I think there was 4 seasons, and I don't know if there was a 5th, and I don't know if it's done. That's that. Yeah. Man, that is some good writing right there.
That was fantastic.
And
It was breakneck speed.
it was
Really funny. when the lows were low, the highs were high.
The performances were compelling.
Yeah.
It got the tone switches and everything. It just I feel like it nailed it. I don't know who directed that episode. Did you catch it
I
at
didn't
all?
catch it.
I didn't either, but man, whoever directed that really crushed it.
They did. The lighting, the set design, the camera movements.
And I gotta say, you think of like a streaming show.
Yeah.
You usually think of like, okay, well, the budget's going to be this,
Low-ish.
right?
Yeah,
Low-ish.
yeah.
Not like they're
Not
crap
nothing, yeah.
usually, but that production value felt really big for that.
It did. Well, that's how you know a show is good when they use every penny of the budget. You know what I mean? You really stretch that budget out and you make something work.
Well, like
There's a lot of interiors. Like,
yeah, it is. But
yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was going to say like, yeah, and usually when you do period stuff and you're on a shoestring budget, it is a lot of interiors.
Yeah.
But a couple of things. One, they nailed the interiors that they
did.
did use. All the details were great. And two, I love the fact that they weren't afraid to use exteriors like they are in so many period things.
Yeah, and even when they didn't show the exteriors, it's brief. I mean,
Sure.
You'd be surprised in movies and TV how when they do exterior shots, how much of it actually is just like soundstage.
Sure, for sure.
So I would imagine there
Some of
was
that,
some
right.
soundstage there,
Sure.
you know, because when you shut down a city, that's going to cause some cheddar there.
Absolutely.
Um,
That's why almost nobody films in New York now. It's so
Yeah.
much cheaper to stage New York, like you said, in Canada somewhere.
And
Yeah.
also, New York now, I feel like is one big advertisement.
It is.
You
sure.
know, but no, like you said, with the exterior and exteriors, a show like Mad Men,
Right.
mainly interiors.
Right, yeah, and for the same purpose. It's really difficult and Mad Men didn't use, obviously, there was no CGI for exteriors on Mad Men. You can tell.
You can really tell.
So when they did use exteriors, like the neighborhoods and the cars and along the
Yeah.
streets and neighborhoods, they really used them.
And I think that's how you stretch that budget a little bit.
Sure.
You know?
Right. Well, I'm always amazed with the cars, and I can't remember somebody talking about, or I read that there's basically companies that like here's 100 cars you can rent and just kind of use them in multiple shots all the way through.
collectors.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for
Right, right,
collectors, let them use it.
right.
Fun
and-
fact about that. This is a different time period, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you know Rick Dalton's Cadillac?
Yeah.
It's Michael Madsen's car. That's the same
No
car.
kidding.
It's the same car he drove in Reservoir Dogs.
It's his actual car.
Actual car.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a good comparison because you really have
Licorice
that
Pizza.
Yeah, exactly. You really have that PTA. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really commits to what the exteriors look like and creating an atmosphere.
It just takes you back, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
really,
does.
it makes you feel a certain type of nostalgia, even though we weren't alive for that.
Right.
But it's romanticized, you know.
Sure.
Like you have Mad Men, and like what we're dealing with in that show right now is kind of like the death of that romanticism of that time.
Right.
This very much is very happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, I didn't catch the exact year, but this feels like late 40s, early 50s.
I caught at the very end in the Notebook. I think it said 58 or 53.
Okay.
I don't know if that was.
I don't know.
previous show.
58 feels late for that, but I could be
don't know.
wrong.
I think I'm pretty sure Lenny Bruce was definitely the 50s.
Right. Yeah, Lenny Bruce was huge by 58, I think. Like
Yeah.
huge. So this might have been 53.
Mid 50s.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I would have said early, but I could be wrong. I'm no expert, but it just seemed to, you mentioned Mad Men. It seems to have a little bit more of that post-war optimism,
Yeah.
than Mad Men
Yes.
does, because
Yeah,
because by the time Mad Men starts, I think Mad Men the first one was set in 59 or 60.
61 or something.
Oh, yeah. That seems to have been dying
Oh,
off.
it was 60, right? Yeah.
I think it was 60.
Yeah.
But that seems to be dying off. And it was pretty prevalent here. Now, obviously, we're dealing with rich people. So, like, the actual struggles of the world
Their
might.
problems are different than our problems.
Exactly. Midge's problems probably evade the norms, the normal, the things we would have been dealing with at the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone else still seemed to have a little bit of that, post-war optimism. I don't remember. Did you catch the name of the woman that bailed her out?
I did not. I don't even know if they said her name, honestly.
I'm not sure.
But I know that's Alex Bornstein, I think is her name. She voices Lois on Family Guy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she's been on a lot of stuff.
Okay, I didn't recognize her. So I obviously I've watched Family Guy, but I'm not gonna recognize her for that.
Yeah, right, yeah.
But no, I don't know that I've seen her in anything else. But yeah, just looking at her and everyone else, the supporting cast is strong. It almost felt like a play at times.
Kind of,
like
yeah.
like in the apartment
talky.
with their parents when they
Yeah.
were having the meltdown conversation, and the camera and like the wonders kind of following the mom and then following
Love
Tony
that.
Shalhoub into the
Just
piano.
angrily playing the piano.
Yeah, it was great, and it really felt more like a stage production, which
Yeah.
I liked. I liked it for this.
I like stage productions.
Sure.
They're not always my cup of tea, but whenever it's like a period piece
Right.
stage production, I love that.
No, I love them.
Like Virginia Woolf,
Right.
that's
of
my
course.
jam.
Right.
You know?
It's a great movie too.
It is.
But I'm generally of the opinion, because I love stage productions as well. I don't think they translate to film well unless you really change it up.
Hardly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's too easy to like,
I mean, a
oh,
set one.
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna have one basic proscenium thrust set where you kind of see one side of everything. It's
You
like,
have to
okay,
direct the hell out of it.
you have to, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Glengarry Glen Ross
Yes.
was an example of a play
Yes.
that was adapted very well.
Well, it's all about dialogue. Like with this show too, like dialogue really
Right.
transcends the material.
Oh, completely.
You know,
Yeah,
it
for
can
sure.
look ugly, but it sounds great.
Yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
you're right. Yeah, and that did both. Right, it looked great and it sounded great. And man, what a talented group of performance. Uh,
And we
Tony
need to
Shalhoub,
get the main girl's name because Miss Maisel's name because she
the
is a
actress, yeah,
fantastic actress.
she is. She really.
And this is one episode. We watched
Yeah.
one episode and we're sold.
Yeah, no, oh, completely.
Yeah.
I thought the entire cast, top to bottom. I thought Joel was perfectly detestable.
Mhm.
And I like the fact that they didn't play him that way. He doesn't think he's a bad guy. I love the fact that he's just walking around aloof, like,
Very
well,
aloof,
this
yeah.
isn't supposed to be my life, poor me.
Yeah.
While he's being a complete schmuck. So I don't know how much more of him we're gonna have in the
And
show.
I like that her whole vibe is kind of like down but not out.
Right,
You
for
know,
sure.
That's
Yeah.
always nice. And with a lot of pilots, you have a really strong pilot and you're like, yes, we're off to the races. And then a lot of times, the show kind of like takes a beat.
Right.
So I want to see going forward if it does take that, like, take a beat or if it is just off
That's
the
true.
races. You know?
You kind of look at a lot of shows. It's like, all right, we poured everything into that. We've really set up the show.
Yeah.
Now you can't maintain that pace.
Yeah.
Always, you know what I mean?
It's good to take your time.
Yeah, it is, right. Breaking Bad is an example of
It's a fantastic
of an incredible pilot,
Mhm.
but then for the rest of season one, you kind of had to pace it a little bit more because you couldn't have a show that ran that pace all the way through. It's not
Yeah.
a knock on the rest of the show.
Yeah.
It's okay. We got everything out in the pilot to sell the show to set up a really good show.
Because
Now
oftentimes you don't get a second episode.
right
Yeah.
now we need to get into some storytelling and some
Yeah.
character arcs and things like that.
West Wing
Um,
kind of did it.
Yeah, West Wing did it. Yeah, it did, didn't it?
A little bit.
Perfect pilot, and then you
Succession.
kind of go back and do proper character introductions after that.
And
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of shows that really do just all the way through,
and you would want him to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want a show that says, okay, we set everything up as well as we need to in the pilot, and big things happen in the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
Now we need to start telling a story in a pacing that makes sense for the world that we've created.
Yeah, it's like we
Instead
got
of
you.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I didn't like about Ozark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you had a great pilot,
Uh-huh.
right? Everything hits the ground running, and then episode 2, it's still hitting the ground running. And episode 3, it's still at that pace. I'm like, I can't sustain myself.
You just want to vomit the whole
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. It's like I can't sustain myself at the show that's going at this pace all the time. It's like they shouldn't be matching the pilot
No.
with in terms of manic energy,
Yeah, you just feel like you.
It was
you finish the-
exhausting.
You finish the show and you have gray hair. Yeah,
right? I was
yeah.
like, did people binge this show? Because
They
I
did.
don't know how
I
you
know
could do
several
that. kind
people that binged Ozark. They're like, it's fantastic. And I'm like,
Oh,
what kind of?
It is. It
What's
is.
your personality? You know?
It's good and it's well done, but
Yeah.
I do not have the fortitude to binge that show. It just wore me out.
That's
in
a
an
one a
hour.
week. That's
Yeah.
a one a week kind of show.
For sure. But no, this is great. I can't wait to get back to episode 2. It was an hour.
Didn't feel like it.
Well, the thing is I should have looked because it's kind of like I felt like going in this might be a sitcom,
Uh-huh.
so I thought it'll be a bit shorter. No, it was a full hour,
Does not feel like an hour.
and it
at
didn't
all.
feel like it. It was great. I can just tell it was longer than 30 minutes. So I'm like,
Yeah.
how long was that? Oh, it was 55 minutes. But no, that was a good time. The supporting cast is great. I hope we get more of most of them. I definitely want to see more Lenny Bruce moving forward.
Yes.
I hope that's not really a one-off.
That's okay. So I love it when shows and movies do that. That it's a fictitious character in like a fake world
Right.
essentially, and they integrate real life figures into it.
Kind of like Hilton in Mad Men is doing.
Yes. Or I just love movies that do that. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. It's a lot
It's
of fun
fun
for
to play
sure.
with history and change history. I
Right.
love that kind of stuff.
And it
That's
doesn't
what
have to be
movies are
big.
for. Yeah.
Yeah, like Maisel meeting Lenny Bruce doesn't have to be a big change in Lenny Bruce's life arc,
It's fun escapism. I mean,
Right.
just like Tarantino does that stuff
all
all
the time,
You know,
all the time. Yeah,
it's what we go to the movies and we watch TV for. We want to escape a little bit. So
yeah, this was great.
we're sold on it.
Yeah, we will catch you on the next one, guys.
See ya.